So PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, it normally happens after you have a trauma, like you lost the relationship or you lost a house or car or wealth, job, money, something related to wealth, or somebody left the body, or some event that happened, breakups, right? It can be any kind of trauma. It can also be some physical traumas also. We don't know what kind of traumas they are, but the trauma leaves some emotional residue in you. Hmm? And then it starts creating negative thoughts and negative feelings. So the symptoms occur like intrusive memories, unwanted distressing memories of the traumatic event. Sometimes you get flashbacks of the memories. You have nightmares about it, severe emotional distress or physical reactions. And generally, you try to avoid thinking about it, about the event, or talking about it, or going to places which reminds you about it, or activities. You don't engage in such activities, right? And you don't remember those events exactly. You have a lot of forgetfulness in those areas, right? Only some moments you can remember, rest of it you forgot. Others will remember, but you forgot, right? So that is not forgetting, that is suppressing. And you have negative thoughts effectively after that event happened, right? It starts maybe in 6 months' time, and thereafter it goes on. It can show up maybe in 6 years' time also, sometimes 10 years' time, it just pops up. This can just show up after the traumatic event anytime. Hmm? Sometimes it can be like lying underneath, and then it shows up, and then suddenly you have a lot of negative thoughts and hopelessness about the future, right? Memory problems. You stop having real good memory. You forget things. Difficult maintaining close relationships. So relationships become a problem after that. You get angry for no reason, and you somehow feel detached from the family, rest of the family and friends. So you don't have that kind of a heart to heart connection with anyone after that. Hmm? And you lose interest in any of the activities that you used to do before, which can be the entertainment activities that you have been doing, or any activity. Okay. And then the positive emotion itself you cannot feel anymore as you used to feel before. That is, you become emotionally numb. Hmm? And you're always afraid of something dangerous is going to happen. So that will show up as an anxiety. So this can lead to anxiety disorder, and you tend to have self-destructive behavior, right? So after the event happened, if it happened 10 years, I don't know, 15 years, 20 years, how many years before, sometimes it starts going up, PTSD goes up, and then you have self-destructive behavior, means either you do something addictive, smoking, drinking something, or you don't do good things, like you don't go do any good things, like you don't have any good vitamins or vegetables or fruits. You eat all bad foods and just go on, like, go out and don't take care of yourself, right? And sometimes it happens for a certain period of time, maybe 6 months you have this, and then you get back, okay, due to health. And then you have sleeping trouble and concentrating problems, irritation, angry outbursts, and aggressive behavior, right? And you have extreme guilt or sometimes extreme shame. So we are not speaking about your ability to manage this, because you can manage all of this with meditation, yoga, going to your guru, then medicines, music, dancing, addictive behaviors. So you can manage with so many things, right? Having friends around you, traveling, and whatever you may engage, watching movies, spending time on Instagram, Facebook, all of these are escaping activities that through which you can manage making a lot of money, being workaholic. hmm, all of these are like different kinds of activities that you engage in to escape the symptoms of PTSD that is rising in you. But when your health goes down, your symptoms will rise again when you reach your old age. Suppose you manage it for another 50 years, right? Before you leave your body, 10 years before it will start showing up, or 5 years. It depends on your health. So even if you have a good yogic body, still if your mind is not healed, you can have this problem. Get it? Right. So let's now see the science of it, how this works and how it can be healed. So what is the science behind it? So now, when the event happens, any event happens through instances. Hmm? So there is an instance when you get a call about the negative event, correct? So if it is 1 o'clock, let's say you got the event at 12:40, okay? 12:40, 42nd second, that is a moment, right? That moment is when you actually listen to it or read about it or somehow come to know about it, right? And then you get a shock. Like, no way, I don't believe it. Impossible. I cannot have it. I don't want to hear it. This is I won't believe it. I don't want to listen to you, right? This is like simply stories like that. So that's shock. The shock is physical in nature, which means it will happen inside your body, physical body. So that's why you feel the jolt inside you. Have you seen jolt happening? In that fraction of a second, jolt, it's like lightning, something happens in your body, and you feel like some electric shock is happening, passing through your body. That is exactly what is shock. And then it leaves a physical, not a wound, but physical wound like scratch inside you. It is physical actually. Means you will see if you open your skin, you'll be able to see the inflamed area due to the shock. Now, immediately after that, what you'll have is emotion, which is grief, right? Which is pain, fear, tremors, your body will tremor, right? Which is out of fear again. Sometimes anger can come, or sometimes extreme guilt can come because some way you feel you are responsible for it. Hmm? Sometimes shame can come where you're not able to reveal it to anyone else, right? So these emotions come up. Hatred can come if somebody has caused it, right? You hate that person, or you hate the hospital, right? You hate the doctor, or you hate somebody, or a group, or a country. I don't know what all you can hate, right? Or humanity. So you develop hatred. So these emotions come up after the shock happens. The shock is pain. Thereafter, the repercussion is emotion. The resistance to experience this pain will lead to negative thinking and negative beliefs, negative convictions. So if you believe that the life is not trustable, anything can happen anytime, then that becomes your conviction. Once it becomes conviction, once it becomes a conviction, then it becomes your life pattern. Means it can repeat in your life some way or other. Maybe not as large as that event, but it can, traumas can repeat on a smaller scale regularly or intermittently. So it has got its power. So then you blame on something, right? So astrological factors also affect. That is, when your time, so-called bad times come up, these negative emotions will rise. Negative problems will rise. Even life will reflect that. So the solution to get to this source is to find out when that happened and experience that pain that happened during that time, and then release it. So experiencing the pain completely is the process. Okay, so that in the trauma list, in the PTSD list, you've seen you avoid memories and emotions associated with the trauma. So the solution is you get back and touch those memories, events, and experience what you hated to experience, what you resisted. You experience those moments once again completely, so that that trauma gets healed and the grief gets released and absorbed into the light. Okay, so that's the process. So how we are going to do it is through breath work. Through breath work, we call it holotropic breathing. Holotropic breathing, where you go through some fast breathing. Okay, but I'll teach you that once I take up the questions.